Hello everyone! My name is Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss and welcome to this week's video. We're going to be talking about these, the Arteza gel pens. I've been wanting to try them out, see if they're any good for colorists. I've got several different boxes here for us to unbox together. They're all packaged. I haven't opened them, haven't tried them. You're going to see my first impressions and we're going to color with them today. So let's get started. Okay, before I get into showing you the Arteza gel pens, let me show you real quick some really fun coloring pages that I have been designing for you. It's the holiday season right now and I have been drawing like crazy and I've got a really cool download for you, one of which is free because we got to celebrate together. So let me show you what I have created. It's so cool. We'll just go straight down and show you straight down. It's a little template so that you can create a cute, adorable little house. Now, I've created it so that you can make it like hang it up if you want to, or set it on your mantle or a table, or you can cut out the bottom and put in a battery operated tea light and let it glow. There's lots of options here. And this one right here is the one that I'm making available for everyone to come and get free for a limited time because I want everybody to have fun doing this. I'm so excited. Here is the mock-up that I created, what it's going to look like when you're done. So it's a 3D little village type house that you get to create. So when you print it off, what you're going to get is this page and some instructions. This page right here. So it's going to tell you exactly how to cut it out and fold it, where to tape or glue, and then if you want to put in the tea light, how to do that, or whatever you want to do. Hopefully I wrote the instructions clearly so you can go through it, but you'll print this out. I recommend printing it out maybe onto some cardstock. This one here I just did on printer paper and it's pretty flimsy, and this is going to be so much fun. So you can cut out the little windows with like a little craft knife, like an X-Acto knife or something, and then when you put the tea light inside of it, don't use a candle, use a battery tea light, and then you can turn it on and it'll glow. It's going to be so fun, and you can color it all up however you want. And there's two more, but this is the free one. And if you want the full set, all three of the houses, all you need to do is become a premium level member. So that's like a colorist over on coloringbliss.com. That's only $5 a month. You can cancel anytime you want. And I have two other houses. So you'll have three cute little houses side by side that you can color up. This one is all stars. Each of the houses are a little bit of a different design as well. This one has little shutters on it. And then this one has Christmas lights and bows. That's this house right here, what it looks like. So if you want all three, you need to become a colorist over at Coloring Bliss. Or if you just want the free one, then come on over and get this one right here. Links are in the video description below. And I think each of them are a 2-page download. They each come with the instructions so that you won't get lost, hopefully. And then also we have the countdown to Christmas that you can come and download for free, so that if you want to do a little bit of coloring, just a little zen out and color something small every day to count down to Christmas, this is a limited time download for you to come and enjoy as well. I think this is our second year making this available for everyone. So come and get that one as well. I'll put a picture up right now of my fully colored one that I did the very first year. So you can look at that and see how that turned out. We have a pretty funny video. You can go back to 2018 and laugh at me coloring this little gingerbread boy. One of the most hilarious coloring moments of my coloring career. So that I'll put a link to that video too, because that was pretty funny. Okay, so that's what we have for you, but we have a lot more of holiday art coming your way. I'm so excited for you to see all the things I've been drawing. All right, let's start unboxing some Arteza pens. Okay, these are the Arteza gel pens. They are 60 different colors. Like I said, I haven't opened them or anything. I'm very picky about my gel pens. but I'm always looking for a really good all-purpose set that I can recommend to all of you. I think that's a good place to start when you're a colorist. A good place is a all-purpose set that gives you some good glitters, some good metallics, general coverage of all colors, but they need to flow well. They need to have good tips, and they need to last a decent amount of time and be a good price. This will break you into gel pen coloring, and then you can explore and go from there. There are much more expensive gel pens out there that do really fancy things. You guys know I love the Moonlight by Sakura. I love the Pentel Sparkle Pop. There's lots of really cool brands out there, but if you're going to try gel pens, my recommendation is usually start with an all-purpose pack. So I wanted to try the Artezas and see, are these a good product that I can start recommending to all of you? So when you go to Arteza's website, they have tons of different kinds of gel pens, but this is sort of their general for colorists setup. And they have this box here, and you can buy them in individually like this, or you can buy it in a bundle where you get refills along with it. So you can buy the refills individually, the kit individually, or bundled together. So let me give you a few prices. Now, prices jump and change wildly, especially around the holidays. So do your shopping and watch for sales, okay? So the gel pen pack by itself is anywhere between $16 and $18 for 60 pens, which is a pretty good deal. The refills are anywhere from $7 to $11. So this will give you a refill for every single pen in this set, which is pretty cool. And when we open it up, we'll see what that is. Do they have numbers and some way for us to know which refill goes into every pen? That's what we're going to find out. As a bundle on Arteza's website, together, this is $24. So pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good price.
Okay, now also on Arteza's website, I found these two boxes here. So I picked these up to see what this is all about. So there's 14 metallic gel pens in here and 14 glitter gel pens. Now what I wanted to know was, is this the same 14 glitter gel pens that is in this box, or is this a different 14 glitter gel pens? I'm guessing it's going to be the same 14 colors that are in here, but I don't know. So I wanted to get those and answer that question for you so that you'll know. Do you need to buy these because it's 14 brand new colors, or can you just buy the 60 and be done? Now, also on Arteza's website are some white gel pens. Now, there's a story behind these, and it's kind of a long story, so I'll just do a really quick breakdown of what's going on here. Arteza sells their white gel pens in two forms. They have this one box here that has 3 pens in it, or they have a big box that has 12 pens in it. And they're a little hard to get your hands on. They're really kind of a hot item right now on Arteza's website. So I saw them come in and I ordered them the 12 box, and shipping was kind of come and go, and I got an email saying no, it's not going to be shipped in a while, and so I called Arteza and I said, hey, what's going on? I thought it was coming, and the nice people at Arteza said, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, so they were kind enough to send me 4 boxes of 3 to make up for the fact that the 1 box of 12 that I thought was coming wasn't coming. Anyway, the cool thing about this story, let me get to the point, is they did not know that I was Jennifer from Coloring Bliss. I was just Jennifer Stay, a normal person to them, and they went over and they did this for me without knowing who I was. So I was pretty impressed by Arteza's customer service. I thought that was pretty cool, don't you think, Steve? Yeah. So that's what these are. These are their white gel pens. These are supposedly supposed to be as good as some of like the big boys, like the Uniball Signo that everybody loves so much, and it's supposed to flow better and do even better. So we're going to do a separate video where we are going to do a mini battle of the white gel pens. If you've been around Coloring Bliss at all, you know white gel pens are sort of my nemesis, and I really don't like them. And so I'm going to do a battle of the white gel pens coming up very soon. Subscribe, make sure you have your notifications set, so if you would like to see the battle of the white gel pens, you don't miss out on that video. But I have some. We're going to open up at least one of these boxes and at least look at them today together and see how they perform. But as far as comparing them to the other white gel pens, we're going to do that another day. Okay, so this is what we're going to be unboxing. Let's start with the big one. I'm going to time lapse so you don't have to sit here and watch me struggle with the wrapping, and let's see what these look like. All right, let's take a peek here. So at this price range, I'm not expecting a whole lot of, I'm not expecting to be blown away, but I do expect a decent quality. Like I said, I want it to flow well. Yeah. Okay, so not a lot of storage here. It's just basic cardboard box, and then these are all put onto cardboard cards. So if you buy these, you're going to want some sort of storage. You could even just use a shoebox or a Ziploc bag, or you can invest in some sort of case. It's up to you, but there isn't any sort of case that comes with it. So I'm just taking a peek here. They're just your basic gel pens. You can tell what kind of gel pen you have in your hand by the cap. Let me show you. See how these ones are a little pearlescent? Yeah, you can see that on camera. Those are typically your metallic gel pens. And then you can see how these pens are more translucent and have a bit of glitter in them. Those will be your glitter gel pens. And then we have a few specialty gel pens here. They have like a swirl or multicolors in them. So those are fun. For coloring, they're not as practical in my opinion, but they're still fun to have. Now what I'm looking for is any bubbles in the ink. The last time we've looked at gel pens together, we looked at them brand new out of the box and the ink all had bubbles in them, and that was a sign right away that we were going to have a problem. So I am not seeing any bubbles in the ink. That makes me very happy. Now this one, for instance, isn't filled nearly as full. So that's not great, but all the others seem very consistently filled. Okay, now the next question I had, like I said earlier, was how are we going to know which pen is which for refilling? So I'm kind of looking for indication of a color name, or do we just have to guess? Ooh, I'm seeing a color name. Okay, down here it says B17. Let me bring that way up here to the screen. I'll flip it around so it says B17 right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if they all say that. Nope, they each have their own name or number indicator on it. Like this one says D something. And oh boy, is it small lettering. It's like it's been scratched into the casing. So that's, I'm sure, how we're going to know which refill goes in. Okay, now on the box it says that some have a 0.8 millimeter tip and some have a 1.0 millimeter tip. As a colorist, I prefer gel pens that have really large tips so that the ink will flow out really well. That makes it so that I can get better blends and do more techniques with my gel pens. So that tip size makes me happy. I'm not sure, it's not showing me, I can't tell which ones are 0.8 and which ones are 1 millimeter. Like are the, I'm trying to see right off if I can tell if there's a certain set that are 1 millimeter, but I can't tell. So maybe as we're playing with them. Okay, so we're going to randomly choose one and see how it flows. Are we ready? Just randomly pick one. Let's pick this blue one right here. So let's see, straight off, it feels like it's not a triangular pen. It is, how many sides? Is it 8 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's an 8-sided pen. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 is octagon? No, hexagon? Octagon. I was right the first time. So it's octagon. And I'm feeling there's a little bit of a sharp lip right here. That's one of my pet peeves with this type of pen, is when it has a sharp edge right here. The reason that bugs me is because if you're coloring with these pens for a couple hours straight, that sharp edge can aggravate your skin on your fingers. So we'll have to see if that bothers me or not. I tend to hold my gel pens down low, not up here. So we'll see if that bugs me or not. That clips on really nice on both sides. You get a nice satisfying click. It's really important with your gel pens that you keep them capped really well so that the ink doesn't dry up too fast. So I like that. Okay, here we go. So this is straight, brand new pen. How will it perform? Any skipping? So far so good. Let me change views for you so you can see if there is any skipping issues. So far. All right, so that's a metallic, and that performed perfectly straight out of the box. So let's grab a glitter now and see if we have the same experience. Let's grab this one right here. Okay, again, straight out of the box. Here we go. No skipping yet. So what I'm looking for is, I don't want any skipping and I don't want any blobs either. That's another problem that is sometimes all too common with gel pens. Skipping and blobs. These are highly technical terms I'm using. Okay, let's try like a standard type ink. So come and find, let's do this one right here and see how this one flows. Okay, this is a smaller nib from these two here. So this must be the 0.8 millimeter. Okay. Still flowing really well. Do my 3 lines. Wow, that's really good. Okay, let's try one of the fancier ones here. They call them, they're calling them rainbow colors. Grab this one right here and see how it performs. So the rainbow color ones I think are better for note taking than for coloring, or they're more fun for coloring things that you don't need a very specific color for. So like mandalas. Okay, so that one performed just as well. So that's 4 for 4. That's pretty cool. I'm impressed. I'm very excited about that. Okay, let's look at these refills now and see if you decide to buy the bundle or buy the extras, you'll know what you're going to get with these. So basically it's just the innards of these pens with a little plastic cap on it. And then let's see if we can see where it has a name indicator on it or something to tell us where it belongs. I don't see anything right off. Let's see. Yeah, 12 glitter, 10 fluorescent. I think it's all the same. I'm gonna match it up here. Oh dear, no, these are different. Okay, so this box, I just assumed it would be the exact same pens as the 60. This says I have 17 glitters in here, and this says 12 glitter, 10 fluorescence, and over here, they don't even list fluorescence, 10 metallics, and here we have 11. So this is not identical to the 60 here. Well, that's interesting. Not exactly what I expected, especially where they sell them in a bundle. And they're not labeled at all that I can tell. Give me just a minute here. I'm going to look a little closer and do some investigating here. Okay, so I'm on Arteza's website, just checking to make sure I didn't make a mistake in assuming that the 60 refills were meant to go along with their 60 gel pen set. And it says, easily refill your pens with this acid-free and non-toxic ink that is compatible with the Arteza's set of 60 gel ink pens. So it's compatible with them, but it doesn't necessarily say that every single color in the 60 pen set is in the refill set. Compatible, I guess, could imply that what they mean is these pen refill cartridges fit inside of these pens. So that's what's going on. I'm glad I figured that out for you, so if you order them, you'll not be surprised like I was surprised. I have purchased gel pens before that have come with refills, and the refills are labeled with a number, an indicator, so that you know that that exact refill goes into that exact pen and you're going to have the same exact ink color. The reason this is a little discouraging to me is because if I was coloring with, say, this pen right here and ran out of this ink and I needed to keep coloring with this ink to finish that coloring page, my impression was that then I could reach into this gel pen refill kit, find the exact right ink, put it into this pen, and keep going. That was what I thought I was purchasing, but evidently not what I got. So just be aware of that if you go in and buy this, that's what you're getting into. Some refills so that the body of the pen is still useful, but it's not necessarily going to be the exact same color, and you're not going to have every color match up in this box. Okay, that was really good to figure out. Okay, the next question I had was, are these the same metallic gel pens that come in this set right here? And I think we've already figured out that no, there's something else is going on. If you look here, this box comes with 14 metallic gel pens, but this box here comes with only 11 metallic colors. So we already should have 3 additional colors here. So that's kind of cool. So let's see what colors we ended up with. So I'm going to open up these 2 boxes and sort of put on one side what we got from the 60 kit and on the other side what we got from the individual boxes, and we'll do a color comparison. So give me a second to do some organizing. Okay, Rose and I have finished doing a little comparison of the metallic and glitter gel pens that come in the 60 set with the metallic and glitter gel pens that come in these individual boxes. And I can tell you that there are some similarities and some differences. So I would say that these are different pens. Some are pretty close in color, but they're different enough that if you're looking to get the full set, I would get all of them, and then you'll have the full set. The numbers and letters that are written on the pens are nonsensical. They don't really help. Like, for instance, in the metallic 14, we have two that are called D22, and this is normal. Like, there were a lot of them here in the glitter. There were two called A24. So there's that naming system on the pens themselves wasn't helpful, so don't look to that as a way to name your pens if you're going to be swatching and tracking your pens in that way. I did run into a few pens that didn't flow correctly, which is disappointing. Really discouraging. Let me show you those pens. That was this pinky red tone here in the metallic 14 set, this goldish tone here in the Arteza 60 set, this greeny gold tone in the Arteza 60 set, and this green toned one here in the Arteza 60 set. Now, I haven't swatched and looked at them all yet. I haven't swatched every single pen. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of all the pens that I've swatched so far that have had a problem. And then there's one strange pen in the Arteza 60 set. I think it's this one right here. The body would indicate that it's a glitter pen. The cap would indicate that perhaps it's a metallic pen, but yet it has, because it's the pearlescent, but it also has glitter in it, it writes out looking like a metallic pen. So I am not sure what this pen is. It's B6 on the body of it, but like I said, those numbers and letters I don't think really mean anything. So yeah, he's sort of a strange boy. So yeah, that's my first impressions. A little hit or miss, kind of what I expected for a product that is coming in from China. That sharp edge for the coloring purposes isn't bothering me too much, so it's not super sharp, so that's good. The white, we haven't tried the white yet. For that, we want to get onto a black piece of paper. That will be our best test. So this is just a black piece of 65-pound cardstock. That's usually what I test my white pens on. So let's get my first impressions here of these. And they come in 3 points. We've got a fine point, medium point, and bold with 0.6 millimeter, 0.8 millimeter, and 1 millimeter, 1.0. They're supposed to be high opacity, smooth writing, acid-free, ideal for adding accents and highlights. My problem with white pens is that usually they work great when you first open them, and then if you let them sit for any amount of time, they get worse and worse. They dry up really quickly. I don't know what's going on inside of a white pen that makes them happen that way. So my solution for that has been, as soon as you uncap a white gel pen, plan on using it up right away. I usually have a black sketchbook that I doodle in, and I usually will try to doodle it until that pen is empty and just use it right up right away. And then for my art pieces, I don't use white gel pens anymore. I have several different kinds of white paint. Some of them are like a white ink. I'm trying to see where I have it. I also have my go-to is a white Posca paint pen. That's the easiest, most portable way to add a quick white accent. I would love to find a white gel pen that doesn't dry up really quickly. I recently was watching a video where a lady said she taps her white gel pen. I'll show you how she demonstrated it this way. I did it. Okay, so let's crack into this and I'll show you what she suggested to do for her white gel pens. I think it was drawing with waffles. I was watching one of her videos. She was talking about how to keep your white gel pens from drying up. It's mainly my white gel pens that I have this problem with, but not all. I've ran into this problem with my the Milky Pot pens. These guys right here have started to dry up too. Now these have been uncapped for a really, really long time, and they have started to dry up as well. See what I mean? So it's a little discouraging that they're doing this, because these have been a really good opaque pen as well. So if you have a pen that is skipping like that, if you tap forcefully, that can help the flow start again. What that does is there's a little ball in the tip of your gel pen, and sometimes that ball gets gummed up or the ink gets dried up in there, and when you tap forcefully down, it dislodges that ball and gets it rolling again. So that's what most manufacturers recommend that you do. What you don't want to do is shake this pen really hard, because you don't want to create bubbles in this part of the ink, the cartridge right there. That will make it so you can't access the rest of the ink. So don't drop your pens. I've heard of heating up the tip. I've tried that with like a match and ruined the tip of my pen. I've heard of warming the tip with a warm cloth. I've tried washing the tips of my pens, all kinds of things. My theory is that the ink inside these just dries up and it just doesn't flow as well anymore, and there's something going on with the white ink itself that dries faster than others. That's my theory. So I'm hoping that maybe Arteza has magically come up with a new formula that doesn't dry up, but I won't know until we have tested them. So my plan, like I said earlier, is to do a battle of the white gel pens, and I'm going to take these 3 gel pens here. We're going to uncap them. We're going to doodle a little bit right here, get first impressions with these, and then I'm not going to use them right up. I'm just going to sort of let them sit with their caps on, of course, and let them sit for several days and see what happens. Does the ink begin to dry up, or do they act just as fresh and beautiful as the day I uncapped them? That's my plan. You ready to see these, Steve? So this is the 0.6 white. So this will be your fine point. And these are different. The body is different than the pens that we've been playing with. They're round, have a different cap. They feel really nice in the hand. They feel much better. They feel much more like a Jelly Roll pen as far as the feel. Let's see if these are coming in from China. Yep, they're coming in from China. Okay, so straight out of the box, they're flowing beautifully. One little skip, that's it. That's not bad. You can see that skip really plainly here on the black paper. So that's your fine point. Oh, I'll write that next to it so we can. Fine point of 0.6 millimeter. Okay, now we'll go to medium point. Well, that was the perfect little squiggly line. So what I look for in a white pen, or even like a white Posca pen, I want really opaque lines. So when I do that highlight, we don't see what's underneath it, and I don't have to go over it and over it several times. Now, if I didn't know better, I'd say that was 2 different inks.
Yeah, they look very different, don't they?
Yeah. Okay, so this is the medium. Is that what they're calling it? Yeah. This one is not nearly as opaque.
Maybe hold it up so they can see the difference.
That's pretty evident, especially as it's drying. It's getting less and less opaque. That's really interesting. Okay, then this is the bold. So again, sometimes when you buy a new gel pen, there'll be a tiny bit of wax or plastic or something on the tip, and that's just a manufacturing that they've put on there to keep the ink fresh inside there, and you just pop it off. It's very satisfying to pop that off, and then away you go. This seems Okay, it's flowing decent. This was a little bit of a blob right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. There was a little bit of a blob, but I'm being picky. Okay, so this was the bold. It's not writing that great. 1 millimeter. Okay, so it's 3 different white gel pens.
Lines don't look any different in size to me.
Not hugely, no.
Huh.
No. I was really hoping to be like blown away. So I have a Signo Uniball white gel pen that I haven't uncapped, brand new, that when we do the battle, we'll compare it to that. I may go to the store and buy some brand new Sakura white gel pens that we can compare it to as well. Those are the 3 biggies. Well, the 2 biggies. And then we'll compare them to those. So watch for that comparison video. But I'm going to take these 3. I'll probably mark them with washi tape so I know that these are the opened ones. And I might use them a little bit here and there just so it's like a normal usage of a white gel pen. But I'm not going to use them heavy, and I'm not going to not use them. And then we'll see what happens to the ink. Is the dreaded dry up going to happen that I hate, or is it going to be the perfect gel pen? Oh, let's hope for that. Okay, so what's my final first impressions of the Arteza gel pens? Should you run out and buy them? I think for the price, you're getting a lot of really good colors and a good starter set. Kind of what we expect from a Chinese gel pen set. There's some hits and misses here. The misses are that there were a few in the ones that I was swatching that didn't perform correctly. But again, this is a Chinese set, a very discount price set of gel pens. So this is kind of to be expected that there would be a few that wouldn't perform beautifully. A little disappointed that this 60 refills don't exactly match the 60 gel pens in here. So if we ignore that, let's ignore the refills and look at just this and the 214. So if you bought this and the 214 so that your full set syndrome was satisfied, that would give you, what's 60 plus 28, 88 gel pens to color with. Lots of glitters, lots of metallics. Does it give you... You probably couldn't color a face, but you could color... I don't know if you could color a tree. I'm not seeing browns. So yeah, you're missing some vital colors as far as landscapes would be difficult, and skin tones as far as a natural skin tone would be difficult. But you could color mandalas forever. You could color sparkly Christmas lights and all those kinds of fun things. This would do that for you. So I'm happy about that. After my experience with Arteza customer support, I would say if you got a set and you ran into a whole bunch of them that weren't flowing correctly for you, I'm pretty confident that you could contact Arteza customer support and they would take good care of you. So I feel good about recommending Arteza for that purpose. So yeah, I'm feeling like until I find something better to recommend to you, that this is a pretty good option. So I'm not ready to say, yes, everyone go out and buy it because of the couple problems we ran into. But for now, I would say, yeah, it's a decent thing to recommend to you. So the next thing I need to do, obviously, is do some coloring with it. So I'm excited to use them. I'm going to put them into maybe a box and take them down to my sofa where I sit and rest. And I'll do some coloring with it, and I'm going to post on Instagram. Steve will put up on the screen right now my Instagram handle. And you can follow me there and watch for a coloring page to come up colored exclusively with nothing but the Arteza gel pens. And then you can see how they perform. And in that post, I will put a comment of how I feel after doing a full coloring page. So watch for that post and I'll let you know how I feel after I have done that. So hopefully this helps you get a feel of how I analyze products like this. Watch for the upcoming battle of the couple brands of white gel pens. I'm really excited to see how these perform. And make sure you are subscribed and you've hit that notification bell because we have a really big giveaway that I'm excited to tell you about. That's coming up very soon. I'm so excited for that. So we have lots going on. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this product review. And like I said before, we're not sponsored by Arteza. I purchased all of this with my own money. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everyone.